All right, everyone. So for this module, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be digging into the actual keywords or search terms of what people are shopping for. And once we get some data, and it's going to take about 2 weeks to start to get good data. I generally start looking at search terms the very first day. It takes about 24 hours for them to start to show up, but you know, what we're looking for is what terms did the user type into Google, then click on your ad, and then what happened, right? When did they buy? What type of terms? And this is that same meter that we were looking at before. Um, and you can see from our data that it is selling, okay? The entire campaign, 1.81 with a conversion rate of 5.23%. We've sold 163 of these, okay? And my goal of this, okay, is to drive pure pixel data, okay? It's not to make a huge return on ad spend, okay? Although those things are nice, and I have through this campaign. But the main goal of this is to build pixel data so then we can create purchase audiences off of this. Okay, so basically, what I do is if a search term has more than 20 clicks without a purchase, I add a negative keyword. Simple as that. So if it's 5% or lower conversion rate, then I take and I use it as a negative, right? I don't want to be doing that. I want to maintain a 5% conversion rate or above for that search term. And you can see here, I mean, there's tons of data in here, and 21, 33%. Average cost per conversions are very, very low using this method, right? I mean, we're selling these for a profit for the term ketosis test, right? So say you come across one and you find that, hey, this is not the one. So what I do is I come in, simply select the keywords that I don't want to be searching, because we don't want to be paying $30 per conversion, right? That's too much money, right? You may think that 3.57% conversion rate is good, but in fact, it's not, okay? Not for this particular campaign. So we simply slide up, add as a negative keyword, and it's going to prompt us to do a couple things, right? So what I always do is I always build a negative keyword list, right? And you simply, you can save as a new list, right? And enter the name, keto list 2, right? Because then we've saved it as a list, and then I always come in also and I save it on the AdWord campaign. You can do that as well. I like to work with keyword lists because when I duplicate these campaigns, because yes, you can duplicate shopping campaigns in Google, and we can get into that a little bit later, where we take 3 different campaigns and segment them, right? But the purpose of this, our goal is not necessarily to drive this to be your money making campaign, although it does. When you get it optimized, the conversion rate to ad spend, you can really start to make money on it. Okay, you're not going to get rich off of this, but what you're going to do is you're going to feed the pixel just the people that want to purchase these products, right? And as you can see, there's tons of conversions here. This has not been running that long, right? Average click 89 cents, $5 plus about $6.80. So whole product we're selling at $22. Okay, we're making about $10 per purchase, right? Look, not getting rich off of it, but okay, we're selling products, we're reinvesting the money that we're making, and we're driving that data. So then the next thing that I look at to optimize a campaign is on devices. Okay, so you come down here and we're really going to look at, well, what sells the best, right? What has the highest conversion rate? And as you can see, we've sold the most conversions off of mobile phones, right? Computers are, right there with it, okay, as far as conversion rates. But what you'll notice is that I'm right at my break even. So I'm just turning money, which is fine with me, because my goal is, and your goal should be, to build the pixel data. So then ultimately we can just create a lookalike of the purchasers, okay? Once we get over 100, I like to get towards 200 before I create the first one, but 100 will work, okay? You can start with add to carts, initiate checkouts. All of those work really well to build audiences off of. But let me remind you, what we're doing here is we've driven pure data to the pixel. We're only sending people that are actually interested in buying the product. They're actively searching for this product. You know, when we go back to the search terms into here, you can see, okay, that somebody typed in keto breath meter, right? It's not like you're scrolling through your Facebook feed, right? And all of a sudden somebody, you know, sees an ad for a keto breath meter and, oh, well, I do that. You know, maybe I'll click on it, maybe I won't. These are people that are actively searching for your product. And Google is a very, very good source to find that. And that's how we start these campaigns. So we want to make sure, number one, that we start a campaign. Number two, that we balance the negative keywords, okay? So if you find search terms that are not related to your product and you're showing up for, you obviously need to add those as negatives, okay? Add them to your negative list, okay? And keep doing that, because our goal here is to be break even or somewhat profitable. Because then what happens is we can reach a much larger audience once we know exactly who these people are on the Facebook platform, right? Then we can run some ads to just those targeted people that want to purchase this meter, because we make a lookalike of the people that have actually purchased your product. So, you know, this stuff takes time. You know, it takes, you know, a couple weeks to really build enough data and to create those audiences. But like I said, it is totally worth it in the back end, because what we're going to be doing is creating a lookalike and then really scaling these campaigns to larger audiences. So in the next module, we'll be looking at the structure of our Facebook campaigns. So we've got these campaigns running on autopilot. The pixel is driving more data to it. And what we're going to do next is start to look at the structure of Facebook campaigns.